My husband, M29. Brags about doing things with me, F23. Me and my husband drink together somewhat often, but recently I've felt I need to stop. Whenever I drink, I black out very easily. Not like I fall asleep, I'm still awake and very active, but I'll forget everything. My husband knows this. Also to note, one of my issues with how I feel about this is I also have a force fetish, which he knows about. Sometimes after drinking, I'll wake up and he'll brag about how he drugged me through the backyard by my hair, or forced the back door even while I sobbed. I don't remember any of it. Sometimes I have bruises. He is very troubling in other areas as well, like having controlling issues and generally being mean at times, but he's never been that aggressive while I was sober. I don't know how to feel about it. It makes me upset, but again, the force thing. I'm conflicted and worried. I understand you have a force fetish, but if you don't want him to do this to you while you are drunk and he is, that's not consensual. It sounds like you know what the problem is and have a solution, so start with not drinking so that you are aware of what's going on. If he is trying to get you drunk in order to perform this force fetish, he needs to be aware this is not what you want, and if you do end up in that state, you do not want him doing anything like that. So your husband brags about sexual assault and physical assault? I'll say it slower. Your husband rapes you and beats you. Sure you're not getting drugged? So he's a rapist then? My ex used to tell me I can do whoever I want to her while she was blackout drunk. So I did. I took her to bed and we cuddled for a bit. I could never take advantage of someone like that. I don't get why he can. F23 wants me, 30M, to change how I dress in my house after she moved in. 2 weeks ago my girlfriend of 18 months and her daughter moved in with me. Her lease was up anyway and I live alone in a 3-bed house, so we decided it was time for us to take the next step. But ever since she moved in she's been nagging me about how I dress around the house. I've always walked around either in shorts or boxers since I was basically a kid. My girlfriend also walks around usually in shorts and either a t-shirt or just a bra. I personally don't care what she wears around the house. But she keeps telling me that I shouldn't walk around without a t-shirt on and that I should wear trousers because apparently walking around topless around her daughter is wrong. So I talked to her daughter and straight up asked her if she was uncomfortable with how I dress, and she told me that she doesn't care what I wear and that Mom is just being weird. We've been having these discussions and small arguments about this ever since she moved in, and quite frankly I don't know what to do. I'm in my own house, so I should be able to feel comfortable and wear whatever I want. Especially since both my girlfriend and her daughter wear what they want. But I just don't know how to resolve this. How old is her kid and what is the risk of anything popping out of the boxer shorts? The topless and normal shorts shouldn't really an issue. In my opinion at least. Definitely something she should have discussed with you beforehand. You really shouldn't have gone directly to her daughter. The likelihood is she probably wouldn't have told you even if it does make her feel uncomfortable. My ex walks about in his underwear and my children don't like it, but they haven't directly told him. Yes, it's your house and unfortunately these things weren't discussed prior to them moving in, but to save having any more problems about it, would it really be an issue to put some trousers shorts on over your boxers and a t-shirt on if you're making other people uncomfortable? My 24F best friend, 24F, called me a pedophile. How can we still be friends after? My best friend and I have known each other since we were 9 and have been attached at the hip ever since. We've always said we're like sisters that just met later. We've had a fair share of fights, but we've always found each other at the end. However, I don't know if we can come back from this. Here's what happened. A week ago I was over at her and her fiancé's, 29M, apartment and we were hanging out having a good time. The conversation changed to what celebrities we found cute, and then we would agree or disagree and laugh about it. She then took her phone out, showed me a TikTok and went, "Okay, this guy is popular right now. What about him?" I went, "He's hot, but not my type," and her jaw dropped and said he was 10 out of 10 to her. We were laughing about it until she said his age in his bio. She looked at me and said, "Since when were you a pedophile?" "He's only 20 inches." Before I could reply she continued with, "You would never date a guy younger than us, right?" I was really taken aback the situation and said, "I mean right now I don't want to date anyone. But eventually yeah, I would be okay with dating a guy younger than me. But within reason, like maybe a few years, same with older than me." She looked me up and down and went, "That's disgusting." I was flustered and feeling hurt, so I replied back, "You know what? Keep that same energy with Matt then. When you guys started dating you just turned 18 and he was 23 inches. She stopped and said, "Get out." I left feeling upset, embarrassed, and angry. It feels like she was the one taken aback by this TikToker's age and turned it on me. I've never seen her this out of character and she hasn't spoken to me since. I've texted and called and it's silence. Am I not seeing something? Is there any way to salvage our friendship? I don't want to lose her, but I am really hurt she would talk to me like this. Too long did not read. My best friend called me a pedophile after I, 24, thought a TikToker 20 was attractive. She is no longer talking to me. Jesus, a 20 years old is an adult, albeit young. And that is a term that shouldn't be thrown about lightly and incorrectly. Does she even grasp the depth of horror of what pedophilia is? By your friend's definition, her fiancé is a pedophile. Your friend seriously baited you into a situation where she could call you out like this. I don't know what her problem is, but she was seriously screwing with your head by doing this and playing mind games with you. The guy she showed you was 20 years old. He's an adult. She was looking for an excuse to end your friendship, and this was the thing she chose to burn a bridge with you over. I would not try to salvage this friendship. You need to let it go. This girl is toxic and not worth your time. I would not bother trying to rekindle the relationship with her. This girl is not your friend. I promise that you will find better ones than this. 33M33F. My girlfriend cheated with a colleague who is also in a relationship. Should I tell her? Long story short, my girlfriend slept with a colleague on a work trip. I am currently hurt, broken and deflated. I don't think I blame her, but that's not the point. I don't know much about the colleague, other than he's 5 years younger than her, and so naturally I was curious, and upon looking on his Facebook profile found that he has a long-term partner. Should I message her and tell her? I don't mean to take revenge on the guy, but my girlfriend has been lying to me about it before she finally cracked and admitted it, and as much as it hurts, it's better to find out the truth. And I think in that woman's position, I'd like to know. First off, break up with you girlfriend. Never trust a cheater. Then yes, tell the app's long-term girlfriend as well. I don't think I blame her. Who are you blaming then? Satan? As a woman myself, I would want to know. I don't think I blame her. Why would you not blame someone for cheating you? Did he rape her? That's the only blameless reason I can think of. Either way, definitely tell her. She deserves to know. Kick your garbage girlfriend to the curb, and let them gave each other. Yes, tell her. She deserves to know. I don't feel that telling her is an act of revenge, unless that is the reason you tell her. I do believe that she has every right to know what her partner has been up to, so that she is able to make informed decisions about her life and her relationship. We all deserve that.